Hallo en welkom weer hier by Farm Spice. Hurwitz Summer Sale 10 Oktober 2023. Ek praat met Simeon. Hy gaan my bietjie meer vertel hierso net oor presies hoe kom hulle uit waar hulle wil uitkom en wat is sy uitgangspunt en op die einde van die dag hoe kom Boran ensovoorts. Ons moet net so 'n bietjie storie agter die storie kry. So ja, kom ons luister 'n bietjie. Simeon, how are you doing?
Very good. Always good. Thanks,
I'm glad to hear that. So, yeah, you've got a big one to top this time, eh?
No, it's an impossible one to top.
So yeah, August.
Just give it our best crack and finish.
But yeah, so August was good, and I see if it's like you never run out of animals. That's top quality and that you can actually put on an auction. What is the recipe behind that? Hoe kry jy dit reg?
Thanks, Andre. It's a big compliment. So thanks very much. You certainly travel around and get to see a lot of these auctions and cattle and industry, etc. So I appreciate it. Thank you. Andre, it's selection. It's just selection. So clearly we have a big gene pool to select from. We've got a lot of animals to select from, which helps a lot to narrow down till eventually we get animals that come onto an auction. Cream of the crop, I think, is the catchphrase. And the selection, you know, the genetic diversity, the differentiation in terms of the type, but yet at the same time blending them all together, that you can see it's come out of one herd, although the genetic diversity is quite strong, certainly helps a lot. And then, you know, it's quality. One has to be known for quality. One has to put quality animals on a sale, quality offering, and there can't be a differentiation between sale A and sale B. The animals come out of the same herd, same conditions, same management practices, same environment, same genetic pool. So they are what they are. So it's just a production sale. It's not a comparison sale.
Maar kyk wat waarmee ek het amper wil vergelyk, nee. Jy is amper nou as ek dit weer eens ek gaan nou maar weer terug aan mieliestook is mos 'n mielieboer. Jy is nou my pioneer of my panner of my dekalb, jy is nou my saad supplier, nê. Maar hierdie ouens het spanne mense wat op die einde van die dag selekteer en oor 'n kwessie van 10 of 12 jaar dan éventueel 'n ding na die party te bring wat kommersieel vir die ouens waarde op die tafel sit en regtig waarde toevoeg. En ek wil dit vergelyk, ek gaan nou vinnig hierso net so pan. Ek meen, hierso is 'n hele operasie wat hier gebeur. Jy kan sien tot daar deur bo is die boering eintlik. En daarso het ons nou die bulle daar bo gehad, maar jy het letterlik 'n hele plaas wat net ingerig is om op die einde van die dag 'n paar keer 'n jaar vir my saad op 'n veiling te sit. Dis eintlik die kort en die lank. Verduidelik my so 'n bietjie die operation agter die besigheid.
Yeah, 100%. It's a big operation, this Hurwitz farming, and I mean the cattle side, which we're concentrating on today, is just a division within the business. So, you know, the business has a few legs: the feedlot, the agricultural side, the contracting division, the stud side, then there's the bullring, etc., and so we continue. But as far as each division is concerned, let's just concentrate on the stud side or the cattle side. It's a division, it's an operation, it's an infrastructure, it's got manpower, it's got equipment, it's got, you know, various applications to allow the guys out on the veld to do their job as effectively and efficiently as possible. There's an admin room that runs behind it, which is a DNA room specifically on the stud, all the animals. There's a performance measuring center where the animals have to get weighed. There's a dedicated marketing leg and division in-house full-time with videographer and photographer. That's Ante. She does a fantastic job at the marketing throughout the whole division, not only just the cattle side, and etc. So yes, this is an operation. It employs 20 members of staff, all in all. And it's an engine. So when the animals eventually get onto a sale, that, as you said, behind the scenes and behind the background, all comes together over a course of a few years. I mean, there's genetic choice, there's flushing programs, there's AI programs, there's different vets and consultants, nutritionists. It all blends together.
So what you're saying is, at the end of the day, for me to try and go and create my own breeding stock versus just come and buy it at Hurwitz farming, doesn't matter what, I'm getting a bargain.
Yeah, look, I think that same applies to all sales within the breed and also other breeds. You're certainly buying and you're certainly benefiting. I think that's more important. Yes, obviously you pay for something, but you go to the supermarket, you pay for something also. But you're certainly benefiting from years of energy, experience, trial and error, effort, You know, that old saying, blood, sweat and tears. So yes, to sit on an auction comfortably in a nice environment and purchase animals is the easy part. Farming them to the situation where they are now presented on an auction is a difficult part, which people soon realize that it's not the easiest thing to sit and sell. But it is part of the game, and yes, when a person comes to buy animals from us, they're buying management, they're buying backup, they're buying friendship, you know, they're networking. All these elements across any business certainly comes to the fore at one of our auctions.
Now, okay, and I want to go back a few years where, not necessarily where it all started, but I mean, we look at you today, and what we see and what I see personally is a passion for specifically animals, and then specifically the Boran, and then that you basically took it from your business from nowhere to where it is today. Now, if I can throw it back as a high school Jewish boykie, would you have ever in a million years thought of that you would be standing here farming today, and how the hell did you get here?
No, absolutely not. I don't know, actually. The learning curve has been so steep, and the amount of mistakes and knocks and bruises that we took, we being Jaron and I, you know, in this industry, it's unbeknown. How we're still surviving and standing is a miracle. So no, growing up through almost a sheltered environment, I think from an agricultural point of view, you know, Jewish day school in Johannesburg, not knowing much about Afrikaans, not knowing much about cattle, not knowing much about anything, certainly was a tough one. And I wouldn't.
And you were just like, okay, polar opposites. That sounds interesting. Let's go and do that.
No, it was. We kind of got thrown into the deep end a little bit by assisting our late grandfather, who started to get a little bit older, and we got pulled in and helped him simply because we maybe had a bit of time on our hands. But you know, time is something the two of us never really have, so we have to engineer our own time within a 24-hour day. And that's how we got into this game. And yes, the passion that you spoke about specifically with the Boran, I think started as a pioneer project by our late grandfather, and then continued through us, reinvestment, and then started the mixing and the matching, the genetic diversity, which I spoke about earlier, and blending together. So I mean, if we talk specifically about the summer sale coming up, you know, there's 43 lots on the sale, of which in the 43 lots there's 41 different herd sires used to make 43 lots. Now that's genetic diversity, you know, par excellence.
Yeah.
And at the same time, if you look at the product, the overall phenotype and the shape and the type and the functionality of what we're looking at, they all look like they've been synchronized and AI pretty much to the same bull. So that really is a combination of that hard work.
And we met. When was the first time that we met?
No longer ago.
2018. I remember still. We had our first photo there.
Yeah.
So since then, past 5 years, okay, how much would you say did you guys grow as a business, as a farming? Because I mean, even back then you were already making your mark and so forth, but the lessons you've learned and how you are able now to better add value to me as a farmer.
I think we definitely have grown. I mean, there's no doubt we've grown since the first days that we met you, but we've grown, you know, vertically and laterally. And I also think that the contracting division, which we call Green Star Contractors, certainly assisted us with the growth phase. Firstly, from a national footprint, we're all over the show. As we stand here today, we've got teams operating in the Cape region. So we're all over the show. Jaron's, in fact, you know, doing a farmer's day in that region at the moment. So that's helped the integration, the buyback policy into the feedlot, the ability to produce our own grains and feed, store it, feed it when we need to, make our own silage, just be as integrated as possible, has certainly added value to our own product and our own business, and at the same time has allowed us to share that knowledge with others, reinvest into others, and others invest into us, and it becomes a networking game. I mean, you know, that's how it is.
That's agriculture at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And in terms of the genetics, how to pick them at the end of the day to give, as you say, these things are all uniform, and how you reach that point, that's just experience, large gene pool, and I'm guessing a passion.
Absolutely, all of that is true. And then, you know, the real missing factor of that statement is, like Gary Player said, the harder I practice, the luckier I get. And that's similar of stud breeding. You can try your best, you can do your best, you can think your best, you can mix and match. You can do as many pairings as you want to, but there's also an element of luck that comes into it. And at the end of the day, it swings and roundabouts. Some are outstanding and some are poor. And you've got to deal with both of them and accept both of them.
Awesome. Simeon, well, congratulations and good luck for the summer sale. I'm pretty sure it will go well.
Thanks, Troops.
Right, so dit is Simeon Hurwitz Summer Sale. 10 Oktober 2023. Klik die linkie bo of hier onder. Of vliegie wat nou vir my kom rondneek hierso. Klik die linkie bo of hier onder en dan kan jy meer details kry. Moenie daai ene mis nie, hier by die Boer 10 Oktober 2023 sien julle daar. Tot volgende keer. Totsiens.